Hey Siri, what is the Waste of Time podcast?
The Waste of Time podcast is an independently recorded podcast that covers a wide range of topics, hosted by Let's Talk Cars host 𝘊𝙪𝙧 𝙪𝙧.
Hello, welcome to the Waste of Time podcast. It's episode number 13. I'm 𝘊𝙪𝙧 𝙪𝙧 here again with Ben Rose. Say hello, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Okay. Surprisingly, this is actually the first time we've ever made that extremely stupid joke. I'm surprised you did not make that joke in another episode. Okay, anyway.
I tried not to make it.
Oh, well. Anyway, so yeah, we're back. By the way, if you guys are wondering what episode 12 is right now, it's very weird. Episode 12 is not out at the time of recording episode 13. This has happened once before, but that's because we recorded like 2 days in a row. This is just me having a bunch of other stuff, which I'll talk about, all my personal stuff later on, I think. That all kind of led up to episode 12 being extremely delayed, so sorry about that. Anyway, let's get started. That was my brief apology slide, by the way. So, life in lockdown. Right. General topics that we wrote 1 minute ago. Ben, what do you got?
Okay, we wrote one of them because there's really not much to talk about.
Yeah.
So California we're undergoing a shutdown again. The governor said he's going to shut down all bars. Finally, I don't know if it was last episode that we said that we should shut down all bars. I think it was 2 episodes ago.
I think it was 2 episodes ago,
he
yeah.
followed our advice.
Yeah.
That means he listened to our podcast, guys. Gavin Newsom.
Or he just isn't an idiot, and it's common sense to do that. I think the second one's probably more likely. But anyway.
Yeah, so it's shut down.
Good.
Most LA County is completely shut down. Orange County, where I'm going to school, if you didn't know, is shutting down too.
So are you still doing on-site to start the year? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so we're still doing we still have housing. They're not telling colleges you can't have housing. They're just saying don't have in-person classes. So I'm fine doing housing just in general. Like, I'm not really scared for my health. I know that if I get it, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
My fear giving it to someone else.
Same.
That's what I'm most.
What an interesting mess of a problem. Just the college, just like college in general right now is just an interesting mess of problems with COVID.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about some of that also on my personal slide. But how has the shutdown been affecting you? Is it any different over where you are?
I've not really been leaving the house much, so not really. But it's. I mean, Monterey Monterey was open for a while, then they started getting a lot of just more cases, so they shut down. So that's something that's interesting, I guess. But in terms of how it's been affecting me in general, I've actually only left the house for medical appointments to deal with something that we talked about in the last episode, which aka my bone bruised foot problem, which is painful as all hell. But apart from that, I've not left the house. I wouldn't really know.
Yeah, America's just been really shit at this. Really shit at managing.
America's just really shit in general, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed to be living in this country sometimes. All the time, every day. I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ben, you want to go with Ben? You want to go with your personal thing? By the way, Ben, if you're gonna one quick thing on the slides. You forgot to uncheck the bold box when you typed it. So now your entire personal topic is bold. Great. Okay.
Anyways, so remember last time when I said I think I might have gotten the job? I'm stupid. I didn't.
Ben also. To everyone who listens and actually knows where you live, you kind of outed where you're looking for a job at what company. Anyway,
if any viewers here contacted the potential job?
No, I mean, because you said it's where you live. So if anyone out there is paranoid enough to find out where Ben lives and Googles, they could probably find out where there's a 1 in 5 chance I actually Googled it, and also you said something I think close to the job's actual name when talking about it. I'm not going to reveal it here. If you guys want to go on the world's stupidest scavenger hunt for what Ben's job is, feel free. Anyway,
It's a waste of your fucking time. I'm not even going to be here in 2 months.
It's stupid.
So, yeah. Just as everything else on this podcast, it has no point. It's a waste of time.
No.
But, yeah. So, I didn't get the job. Or maybe I did. And the guy just forgot my email. But I didn't get anything sent back.
So then are you just going to tell us what it is then? What the place was?
No, I'm not going to tell us what it is.
Why?
It was because Okay, good point. It was Joe and the Juices, this little juice shop thingy.
Are you serious?
I thought that
I just Googled. I'm gonna censor this out. I'm not gonna say it.
Get it.
I'm not gonna say it. I Googled your neighborhood of where you live, right? And then just kind of because you mentioned it was in your house, and then Googled like juice company, and they found it. There's a few different juice companies now. I remember that being one of them. So yeah, if you again like I think. I'm one of the only people who listen to this podcast like on a regular basis because I make it, I record it. So of course I listen to it because I listen to it when I'm editing it, right? But like most listeners, I don't think know where you live. So most like I like a very unfair advantage if this was like some form of scavenger hunt, right? Which it was not, but you know that sort of stuff.
Please don't scavenger stalk me, please.
Yeah, no.
That is kind of weird.
Well, I mean, I guess Ben now that they know the location, they can just. You know, kind of, I guess, reverse search that, find out where you live.
There's two locations.
Yeah, that's true.
And the one that I'm going to isn't even that close to my house, so.
Oh.
Yeah, so
That's true.
Anyway. So
Uh,
I just, fuck it, I'm already making money from online work, so I'm not even
Nice.
trying to get a job anymore.
But Ben, is the online work the $1,900 for pretty much doing nothing for a lot of the summer?
Yeah, but like, okay, I hate to sound like a hippie or something, but it's like really helped me. Like they taught us self-care strategies and shit. They had this whole like anti-racism fucking workshop, which is really interesting.
That's cool.
I really enjoyed it. They were very, very cool. Yeah, it's super cool. I fucking love it. It's one of my favorite places I've ever been to.
Nice. Okay, so anyway, my topic is the Big Car Lot is back. Big Car Lot. So if you guys don't know what that is, I run a blog called The Big Car Lot. It's at thebigcarlot.blogspot.com. Sorry, yeah, thebigcarlot.blogspot.com. And it's a blog. It's about cars, and I'm doing that again because I've been pretty much at home in bed for like the last week doing nothing else. Apart from I've been writing a lot of stuff. I've written personal stuff. I've written public blog stuff. I've written
a playlist.
Well. Yeah, technically, yes. I've created a playlist, which we'll get to that later on. It's pretty funny, actually.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, so pretty much I've been doing, I think I did an article on the Chrysler Crossfire, aka like the only like not shitty Chrysler car in like the last 20 years. I put that on the blog as of... It's built off that, but it's actually a nice car. Anyway, if you guys want to check that out, again, link in the description for that. Anyway... Ben, what are we doing next? What's our next?
We forgot to go over my two more of my topics. I'm sorry. Did I go over time?
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
All right. So, I think this could also be a really good place for you to put in your orientation too. So, as you guys know, we're all going to college, right?
Yep.
And collegiate higher education, that's going to have to be like the second half of this podcast. I'm going to be doing podcasts from like my dorm room or whatever, and Oliver's going to be doing it from his SOU room or whatever.
Yeah, my dorm room, yeah.
It's going to be really cool. But so all I know is that I had this orientation thing, and the college I'm going to use doesn't really care about their students that much, or at least they don't care about me that much, because we have these orientation modules, which is essentially like you get placed in, it's 1 through 10, and the lower number you have, the sooner you get to pick your classes, right?
Yeah.
So people started picking their classes yesterday, and guess which module I got? Just guess. Just
9.
Fucking guess. I got 9.
Are you serious?
You're spot on.
Wait, did I
actually got 9.
Fucking guess. I'm on fire today. Okay, he like again. Quickly, like you told me that you not gotten picked like close to first, but I also like you wouldn't have phrased it like that if it had been 10. So I just guessed 9.
Oh my god!
Wow, that was good. That was real good.
And I need like a psych class. I need like a math class. I need like a biology class. And I'm going to get my chem class, I hope. I'm praying. But I don't know if I'm going to get my math class. I don't know if I'm going to get my bio class. I think I might get my bio class.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get my writing class. I don't know if I'm going to get any class other than chem. And like that sucks because then there's nothing I can do.
I got to... Okay, I think like nothing's set in stone until I do like the registration events tomorrow. But I kind of went over with one of the I guess general people yesterday about which ones I was looking at, and yeah, but also like I also had a thing. I thought I had a lot of college stuff to do this week as well. Apart from I had to manage college stuff and being in pain. It was just not a fun thing to, keep going back and forth between. Anyway, but like the thing is, like for me, like the college thing is, I had to manage. Like, I think I had to go through the whole thing about trying to get some of my accommodations transferred over, which definitely not a free thing, but it's definitely it's certainly worth it. Stuff like audiobook accommodations and apparently for some reason in the 21st century, having to being able to type notes instead of handwriting them is apparently an accommodation, because fucking why? Anyway,
I didn't use that. I don't have an IEP anymore, sadly. So I kind of wish I did.
I'm glad I did, to be honest. Anyway, but yeah, so I had a lot of college stuff to do. It's very confusing this week, but I'm gonna be officially. I think I'm gonna be officially confirming a lot of my stuff tomorrow. I also put up I filled out because Ben, how is your? I think we may talk about this past, but just to refresh my memory and memory people listening to this. How is your school? How are you guys choosing roommates? Is it just
so it's either randomly selected or you can meet somebody and put their ID down.
Same.
And then
kinda.
you got.
I think it's for me.
So I have.
I went on. For me, it's like a housing portal. You put a basic information about yourself. Like interests, hobbies, stuff like that. If you're a morning person or like a night person, and put it and say okay, go, and then you just message back and forth with other people. That's what I've been doing. I officially confirmed my profile today, so it's good.
UCI does not do that. They don't do the are you a morning person or a night person. I was like, holy shit, am I gonna have to dorm with something that's a
It's like SOU. That's not really a specific box, but you have to do it on the application. But like people can see your bio information, and people generally have the courtesy to put that in their bio information. You see in the general information section because because again it's not just for other people, but also for you. It's I don't want to end up with someone who wakes up at 4 a.m, which actually my friend goes to not SOU but another college. She said he actually had a roommate.
Maybe your friend who lives in San Francisco too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. You. But to be fair, no. I mean, Ben, you in the past, even when you stayed at my house, right? You woke up at 5 a.m. You didn't wake me up. I've got a friend who goes to college in I could just say the state of Arizona. Anyway, he had a roommate first year there. I guess which ended recently. I guess first. Anyway, point being, he had a roommate there. Who would wake up at 5 a.m. and make sure everyone else. It's pretty much Ben on a 7th grade camping trip, right? He wakes up at 5 a.m, lets everyone else know that he's awake.
Oh no!
Yep. Boom. I'm on fire with the references today as well. This is going well.
I did not. I swear, I did. That was not me.
That's getting censored anyway. All right. So anyway, Ben, let's move on. Unless you have anything else to talk about here.
Yeah, no. Did you have anything about your what's been happening in the last week or? Oh no, that's next.
Ben, you want to move on? Ben, what's our next slide?
Our next slide is. It looks like it's wild. Let's play the intro.
Hold up. Let's try that again. All right, so this is okay. Yeah, this is Injured Man all over. It's Ben actually came up with his name, I guess, kind of by accident, maybe in the last episode. I think this is kind of an offhand joke that you made. Again, there's a high possibility this episode might come out on Saturday with episode 12 coming out on Friday. So they're going to be be very close together.
You know what I just realized?
Yeah? This
entire podcast and the Patreon was literally just an offhand joke that we just decided to make a fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's what this is too.
That's true.
Is literally just the
That's
podcast.
True. Anyway, point being is if you guys missed, I guess I would say last week's episode, but episode 12, right? Anyway, if you guys missed episode 12, I injured my foot pretty badly, and I've been in a lot of pain. I've been using crutches. I've been on pain medication for a week. Now I'm on prescribed anti-inflammatories and a bunch of other stuff's been going on. But my foot is getting better. I've actually been able to walk around. I've got like a one of those I guess if you sprain an ankle, where it's like one of those boots, right? It's kind of like a sandal version of that.
Boot, right?
Yeah, it's like a sandal version of that pretty much because it's open top and also I've also got a compression thing on to stop the swelling. But you know what? I actually went to a podiatrist, so he said, you know what, you should be able to get back on the treadmill within like a week and a half and just start, exercising again. You can walk around on it too. Also, here's something funny. Like, honestly, I've been losing, like, I think it's just like, I think it's like on the treadmill. I was on because I got a treadmill, and then 2 days later I injured myself, I think it was, right? So I actually had been successfully losing, I lost just a couple of pounds, which in a few days, especially when you're first using a brand new treadmill, is pretty significant, at least for me. And then I've actually lost more weight since then because I guess I just haven't been eating. However, well, I mean, I've been eating, but I've not been eating as much because I've not been exercising as much, so I've not been expending as much energy. However, also, I've been pretty much living at my desk, where my Xbox, my computer, and stuff like that is. I've been living there, like, also because also that's why I'm in a squeaky chair again, because the squeaky chair, aka my gaming chair, it's like a $120 thing gaming chair, like $90 gaming chair. Anyway, point being, something good to do with the foot when you got swelling like this in your foot is to keep it elevated. And I actually have like a footrest thing that comes out from the bottom of the chair, which is why I'm sitting all the time. In fact, I actually was like, I think two nights in a row, I had to set up pillows here and a blanket. I just fell asleep in my chair. To be fair, that was back in the time where I actually had to be waking up every 4 hours, and then I had to take more medication. Because I was on like a. So if you guys missed it last time, right? So I was on ibuprofen, which the first few days I took ibuprofen and took another one when that wore off, but they take a while to take it to actually have to start having an effect. So that means I would be in pain for an hour. So what I would do is I take 3 ibuprofen, and then about 2 hours before they wear off, because they last for about 4 hours, at least for me. I would take a Tylenol, so that way when the ibuprofen wore off, there's that hour-long window in the middle there. I would be under the effects of Tylenol, because otherwise, even the first few days, even like after like day 3, before I started doing this like around the clock pain medication schedule, I woke up crying. It was horrible. Also, I came up with the idea of this whole pain medication of like the Tylenol ibuprofen schedule, right? And then asked my doctor about it. He actually agreed with me, so that was actually my idea, which I'm actually pretty proud of. But now I'm actually on like prescribed anti-inflammatories, which is less like now I just take them like 3 times a day instead of a fucking lot. All right. Yeah, I should be like it's like I still use crutches occasionally. Of course, it's like it's like again, it's like don't put a whole ton of pressure on the big toe, which is like where I dropped the board on my foot, which caused the injury in the first place, the bone bruise injury. But it's not as bad as it was, and I can actually walk. So it's good.
That's awesome.
I mean, so let me rephrase that, right? Like, I'm not doing treadmill and exercise walks. I'm just like, by walk I mean like I can move around the house without the need of crutches all the time. Sorry. Anyway.
By the way, I've been seeing Oliver's progress. It was like last week he was consigned to his bed and he was sending me videos in his bed. And today he sent me a video of walking. And it was just like, damn. I sent you a
video of me walking, and then the second I stopped the video, I immediately fell down the stairs. But, sorry, okay. I mean, I slipped down 2 stairs and fell on my ass, with my foot being fine. But it's kind of like I stepped on like the very edge of the stairs, and like on my heel, and it slipped. There's just like that sinking feeling of you just like falling through the floor. It's really weird. Anyway, that's the Injured Man Oliver update. I'm actually very happy with the way the intro for the segment turned out, because I actually had an idea for it so the specialized intro for this segment, right? I had the idea like 4 or 5 days ago, because when you're sitting in bed all day, you got plenty of time to think about things. I was thinking about a cool way to make an intro for this version for I guess like this special slide, which because hopefully it won't be that much longer than this. Because hopefully we'll not have to have an Injured Man Oliver update next week, because hopefully this will all be over by then. But like the intro, I thought it was gonna take a long time to put it all together. All I had to do is get the sound effect off YouTube, but screen recording it, making it into an audio file, and then just creating a new intro, which took like 2 minutes. Like total, it took maybe 10 minutes to make the thing. I'm actually very proud of the intro though. Anyway, that's actually one of 2 new intros that I've made for this podcast, for this week. Anyway, Ben, let's move on to viewer mail.
Viewer mail. We don't have any.
Third week in a row. No fuck. Oh, I guess yeah. 3rd week in a row. I mean, unless you count the high energy podcast intro from a few episodes ago, we had no viewer mail for 3 weeks. It really sucks because viewer mail is fun. That's it.
Please send us some.
All right, so Ben, what are we doing now? No viewer mail. What's next?
well, next is your weekly MLB report. So we started this last week, and then all of
it was a bit of a mess last week. I was pretty disappointed with the way because I had not really rehearsed any. It's like, to be fair, I don't really normally rehearse anything on the slides, except I think it's like when it's a new slide, I tend to rehearse it. I have to explain the intro for this one. So, the intro, I'm going to be trying to use new clips set to the same music and the same, I guess, pacing every week. Like in clips, will try to be like there'll be highlights that have occurred since we recorded the next podcast. That will start when the season starts in. Well, I mean, the Giants have two exhibition games against the A's coming up in like 7 days from now. But as of right now, the clips that you guys saw off the intro for this one and for last week were from the original spring training back in like February. Anyway, before I got shut down. Anyway, news: Giants catcher Buster Posey is not playing this season. He actually just adopted 2 kids, so he decided not to play, which is that's a good decision, I think, to be honest. Apart from that, and the fact that baseball is starting, I guess I think I already mentioned the Giants exhibition games in 7 days. Literally, pretty much nothing else has happened, at least as far as I'm aware, since last week. So, yeah, that's pretty good.
Damn.
All right, so this is all. Now we move on to Ben's slide.
All right. So this week I thought I would do a little. Next week we were planning to. I don't want to make any promises yet. You can always edit this out, but we're planning to do like a shit ton of tier lists because I really into tier lists and I think we do a lot. But we weren't really right for this week. So
I made a tier list this week. I made a tier list this week. Anyway.
So I was going to talk about some books that I read, and the first one that I read, and the one that was most important to me when I was researching this was like this little college admissions.
Why isn't this, Ben? Why is this not quarantine media?
What? Oh fuck! Well, it's not media because it's not quarantine media because. Let me tell you the story of how I got this book. All right, so I was on the bus. I think it was November.
I think we've heard this story.
I just saw this fucking book on the ground of the bus. I just took it. And now I have it.
Ben, what's the name of the book?
What?
What's the name of the book?
Oh, what's the name? It's called... Okay, I'm going to get it right now. Here we go. Where You Go Is Not Who You'll Be. An Antidote to the College Admissions...
Episode 5, I think.
Holy shit. How do you know?
Because we were talking about... Because that was the end of your school thing. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Pretty funny, though.
Colleges, boys. Let's talk college. So Oliver has had a strategy that I fucking admire. He found one school that he loved, and he just went to it. He loves FAU so much.
That's actually a pretty shit strategy, to be honest, if you don't know you're going to get in. But, yeah.
Well... If you're applying to a school that you really like and that tracks demonstrated interest and that's the only school you apply to, chances are you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Right? Because they know that you like them and they know that you have no other options and they know you're going to pay.
Yeah.
Because college is their first business. But, so the goal in college admissions, let's talk about highly selective. This is going to take 2 seconds. Yeah. Not 2 seconds. It'll be like a little bit. So Oliver, what do you think are the most important things that goes into a college application for juniors?
I don't fucking know. Money. I don't know, some other shit.
Okay. So
colleges care about money. That's a fact.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
They care about GPA. They also care about GPA test scores and fucking essays. So my advice: I did very well on tests. I did pretty mediocre on GPA, and I don't know what I did on the essays. So my advice, edit your own fucking essays, get your English teacher to do it, do well on the tests.
Yeah.
They're really not that tough. They really aren't.
Yeah.
And just try your best to do well in school.
As opposed to your other advice, which would be to tell people to do badly on tests. Yeah.
No, you could just fucking gun the test. No one fucking cares.
Yeah.
So let's talk about University of California. Now, we know a lot of these people here are they might go to UC California. We know that our followers are bunch of nerds. They all want to go to the UC system or wherever. And, let's just talk about acceptance rates. My school has a 13% acceptance rate. Not 38% acceptance rate. No, wait, shit. Sorry, I'm going to look this up again. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Let me see. Okay. We have 29% acceptance as opposed to UCB's 17.53% acceptance rate. Now, a lot of these kids in the UC system, Oliver, if you don't know, they pit them against each other, right? There's a lot of competition.
Right, I heard about that, yeah.
The San Diego kids have been up in arms. They've been crying. They're like, 30%. What the fuck was I doing? I could have had a try. It was like so fucking stupid. I was just like, bro, fucking
Ben?
weep.
Ben?
Yeah. What's up?
There is is that siren on your end or is that on mine? I can't really tell. There's an ambulance siren. It's either on your end of the call or it's actually outside my window. I can't really tell.
It's on your end.
There's an ambulance that's like driving like down the main street where I live. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Anyways, yeah. So like the San Diego kids are fucking up in arms about it. It's really funny, and that's all I wanted to say. That's my slide. There you go. Just do well on your tests. Oh, sorry, gun your tests. No one cares. Get good recommendations. You'll be fine. That is the Ben Rose College guarantee. You will get into college.
All right, so Ben, we have some sort of money-based social media platform that you should never donate to. What is it called?
This is a fucking Patreon segment. All right. So, Oliver and I one day decided that we were gonna create a Patreon, and by Oliver and I mean Oliver.
Yeah.
He was just like, Ben, I want to create a Patreon.
It was a joke, to be honest. So it was not like.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
Now, see, it started off as just we're gonna make sure that if you donate, we'll send you a picture of nothing there, or fucking a blank screen, or we will take as much money as you want. But now we're kind of starting to have some hurt feelings, and by we I mean me. Like, how come no one's bought into the joke? I want to buy shit for gaming. I want some money. So please, if you can, make sure to.
We don't know, Ben. I actually don't know that. I've just not checked in like 4 weeks, but I don't think anyone has because it's stupid. That's why.
No, Oliver. I'm just saying. Please donate to the Patreon. Please donate $125 at least. All right. If you don't donate $125 at least, we will not accept your donation because that's too little.
No, I mean,
I need all the money I can get.
Again, it is a joke. That is quite It is actually a joke. Just quite
No. I'm sorry. I'm just big memeing right now. Yeah. What the fuck? Why would you ever donate any money to two random ass high schoolers who are just sitting in their rooms talking about?
But anyway, you get the joke though. Point being, yeah, no, do not donate to our Patreon. It's fucking it is dumb.
And listen, if you decide to donate, like just based on the off chance, please donate like $125, like not $1, right?
Or
and we will give you
or
nothing.
like seeing as it's per upload, just subscribe to the $500 one. I'll spam it. But yeah, again, don't donate, but we're not going to stop you if you want to. So anyway, let's move on to our next segment, which is it's the news.
Welcome back to Weekly Fuck 12. Wait, that's the intro to the intro to the intro. It's time for your Weekly Fuck 12. Let's go. And coming at you live from San Francisco, this is your Weekly Fuck 12. That's right, Weekly Fuck 12, where we break down some of the shittiest things that the cops did this week. Alright, welcome back to Weekly Fuck 12. I'm your host, Ben Rose, and today we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Police Department. Best known for their supporting roles in Grand Theft Auto 5, although they were, they weren't like the Los Angeles Police Department, but everyone knew they were coded for the LAPD. The LAPD has also been known to show in a lot of TV shows where they have, brutalized a lot of people, and they're also known in real life as people that brutalize protesters. So, we have that. They brutalized a ton of protesters who were protesting for Black Lives Matter over the weekend, and they kind of sucked ass. Oliver, did I also talk about Seattle last episode?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Well, so last time, I don't know if I said this, but Seattle has defunded over 50% of the money from the police. Now you may ask why. Well, it's because a ton of anarchists in Seattle made this fucking commune called Chaz, and they got the Capitol Autonomous Zone, and they got a ton of people to it was a police-free zone, and then some people got shot after doing donuts, and then it fucking devolved, and then the police came back and fucking kicked everyone out and took back their precinct. But now they're actually making it into a community center because it's been a show of force. People know what the anarchists and what people are willing to do in that city. And so, Chaz was, long-term, it was a success. And yeah. I applaud the makers. And thank you very much for the week Fuck 12. This is not going to be the end of weekly Fuck 12.
No.
And, yeah, you have any other news you want to talk about?
I something I think we should have talked about, but it'll have to be up there for next week because we didn't actually bother to research it, and I've actually been working on other projects this week as well. So we'll talk about. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you what I'm thinking about after the show. And we'll talk about it next week. But I think that's about it for now. Ben, you want to introduce our next segment?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna do a long-winded intro. So over the weekend, Oliver, actually I think it was yesterday, Oliver was just like, "Hey Ben, how's your Nintendo Switch deals going?" I'm like, "They don't do any deals." I kind of didn't research it. It's kind of stupid. I don't really buy a lot of games like downloadable. I buy them like cartridge because I'm an old ass gamer like that, and I don't really like to I don't like to take up like physical space. I know it's stupid, but yeah, it's dumb. But I'll download it. So I don't really know the discounts. But Oliver is a discount fucking downloader. He loves the discounts, and because of that, this week we are going to introduce a new segment called Xbox Deals of the Week.
So, just to clarify, Xbox Deals of the Week, this is not just something I came up with to make sure that I get the episodes out on time because no one wants an expired deal. Definitely not, no.
It's not like a built-in time switch.
Yeah, no, it pretty much is. It's pretty much just that. It's just making sure I get things out on time. Anyway, seriously though, because like Xbox, they do a lot of deals pretty often. Like there's like a new set of deals each week, and sometimes they're just Xbox Live Gold stuff. In fact, we actually had a new set of Xbox Live Gold games come out today for free, but we'll talk about that in a second. But right now, time for deals. So, free gold games right now. Today is the 16th of July, 2020. We have WRC 8 World Rallycross Championship, which is a rally racing game, which is pretty fun. We actually WRC 6, I think, sometime last year for free, but they're all pretty fun games. They're actually they're actually like more, I guess, a little bit more realistic than Forza when it comes to driving controls. So if you like realistic racing stuff like that, it's pretty fun. And even if I'm not great with realistic games, but I actually find them to be pretty. At least this series WRC to be pretty fun. We have Dunk Lords. It's a cartoon basketball game. I've not played it. I've not installed it. I have the game. Lords. Yep, I think it's a basketball game, cartoon basketball game. Not quite sure. More on that next week. And we also have Juju. No fucking clue what that is. Juju, by the way, is the 360 title. It's available for free right now. The old 360 title. Anyway, but like on the Xbox One, we also have a big publisher sale this week for Ubisoft. So, for instance, all these deals I'm about to read expire on Monday. Anyway, so Assassin's Creed Odyssey Ultimate Edition, it is now $30. It was previously $120. Far Cry 5 Standard Edition, $8.99 or $9. Previously the full price of a standard game, which is around $60. Assassin's Creed Legendary Collection. Now this is this is every game from Black Flag onwards, including like Origins and Odyssey. Not including the Chronicles games because those are the side scroll runs that don't really count. We're talking about like the main 3D third person awesome Assassin's Creed titles published by Ubisoft. This collection again, 6 games in 1, was previously $200. It was previously Unity is in there, yes, with all the, but they that game is actually more playable now. They fixed it. They fixed all the bugs. It was maybe too little, too late to save the actual game's fan base, but Unity actually is playable now. A very good game. I actually played it recently. Anyway, point being, 6 games in 1. Assassin's Creed Legendary Collection on the Xbox Store. Currently, it used to be it's normally $200 or $199.99, and it's now currently $65.99. So that's a pretty big deal. Also, I don't actually have written down here, but Far Cry 3 Classic Edition, which is Far Cry 3 is known as just being one of the better as being like one of the better Far Cry games in general, right? That full game is no longer $30, down to $3. It's $3 instead of $30. That's pretty good. However, just a quick heads up. I actually started playing that game today. It is pretty much just a graphically updated version of the original one. So there's some screen tear, lag, FPS drops sometimes, and a bit of glitching here and there. But overall, if you guys really enjoyed the game back on 360 or PS3 or PC or whatever, it's pretty much the exact same game. However, they did sadly remove the split screen multiplayer function, but still, it's Far Cry 3 Remastered for $3. It's a fucking awesome game. Anyway, now we're going to move on to another slide that's pretty much all me, isn't it? Quarantine media. So, Ben, do you have any insight about? Can you just explain to them what my slide looks like for quarantine media?
It looks like literally a wall of fucking bands. It is. Yeah.
So I'll read through them here, right? Anyway, so actually, if you guys don't know, I went to a thing called NIFTY, which I believe stands for National Federation of Temple Youth, which is a bunch of like Jewish youth group events, and they do like campfire songs, stuff like that, and like also like a lot of these artists, or at least some of these songs, like I would not listen to typically. They're not my cup of tea, except for the fact that like nostalgic value, stuff like that. Anyway, here's my quick. I'll actually put a picture of the screen. Let's try to list them on the screen now if I remember. Anyway. Artist, I'm going to try to go from left to right, then top to bottom. Joni Mitchell, Passenger, Joy Division, Death Cab for Cutie, Bowling for Soup, Panic at the Disco, Vance Joy, who I don't think has anything. Has Vance Joy done anything notable since Riptide?
No.
I don't listen to pop, so I don't really know.
It's I think they're retired.
I don't know. Anyway, Train. They've also got dropped off the map, but I think they're still a thing. Paramore, The Killers, also, again, hello, dropping off the map. Prince, also, yes, I've put Prince's name down, spelled Prince. I am not putting his name down as the fucking love symbol, even though he did change. Didn't he do that at one point? He changed his name to like the love symbol.
His music, he deserved it. He could do that because he's so good.
Yeah, he was really good.
He's the best.
I think I actually reported on his death for the Laurel School News back in the day. That was really sad, I think. I mean, it was sad.
Oh yeah, shout out to the Laurel School.
Yeah. Also, speaking of things that are dead, the Laurel School. That's sad. Anyway.
Oh, too soon.
Yeah, that was a good school though. As we went to middle school, Laurel School, San Francisco. Okay. Anyway, moving on. The Head and Heart, Oasis, Okay Goodnight, which they're actually relatively new as well. Weezer, Green Day, Bill Withers, John Denver, also R.I.P. John Denver. The Dispatch,
John Denver
Country Roads, and Leaving on a Jet Plane / other things he's done. Also, anyway, so the Heavy, I don't know if you know who they are. The Heavy, Imagine Dragons, Fun plus Panic at the Disco. They did a song together. I think that actually might be Fun's most recent work. I don't even know.
Fun is poop.
Yeah.
I mean, good.
Yeah.
Shit, I love Fun.
Anyway, Tom Chapin, also dead, I think. Or is it the other one? I can't remember. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, so Taking Back Sunday, The Vines, Semisonic. They were famous for one song, but they're still a band. Contrary to the popular belief, they're still a band. That's just like a really fun nostalgic song to put to any like nostalgic thing.
That was the last song that we played. That was the last song I played when I was in Laurel School. That was the very last song I ever played when I was still enrolled in the Laurel School.
Yeah,
last day of Fun. That was it.
Yeah, that was It's a good song. I really enjoy it. Anyway, but Semisonic, if you want, I think they are actually still a band. They released, I think, they released some music, I think, back in 2018. So, and it doesn't really show anything on the at least on the Apple Music page that would suggest they're defunct. I've actually not checked Wikipedia, but I think Semisonic is actually still a band in some form. Anyway, Fountains of Wayne. Speaking of which, R.I.P. I remember one of the guys from that band actually. They stopped making music a while back. Yeah, he died. I think he was actually one of the first deaths I remember since like the whole coronavirus lockdown thing started. I think we actually may have talked about it in this podcast. But the guy from Fountains of Wayne.
We did. We talked.
But I think they stopped making music before that. But was it Stacy's Mom is still that's such a good fucking song. So funny. Coldplay, Jimmy Eat World, Bad Religion, a couple other things that cannot fit on the slide, and yeah, those names take up the entire page. So now let's move on to the rest of the quarantine media, which is this games and TV shows. Ben, what do you got for yours?
Why don't we hear about your slide of feet first?
Wait, what? Oh, wait, sorry, what now?
Slide of feet. Slide of feet.
I don't see. Oh yeah, Ben's been you've been messing with the slide. Yeah, okay. That's actually is that a purposeful? That sounds like some sort of dancing joke. Slide of feet. Anyway. Music. See previous alert. Also, all the things I talked about are actually my Nifty playlist. I'll put the link down there if you guys are interested in those songs as well. A lot of songs throughout the decades. Anyway, also some other ones I forgot to put on there as well. I'll probably cover this next week. Whatever. Anyway, point being, that and all that music. Also, my Power Rock playlist, like normal. I've been still adding to that too. It's over. It's I think it's over like 5 hours now. Definitely. But there's I think I've only added like one new song to that in like the last week or so. Because also, I restarted my phone, so I actually like re-downloaded a bunch of stuff anyway. But like, it's a pretty long playlist, so there's that. I've listened to a lot of that. Anyway, what do you got, Ben, for your music?
Yeah, so I've been recently. This is just the recents that I've been listening to. Is John Legend and the Cranberries. So those are the two recent ones. I love John Legend's voice is smooth like honey. It's so good. I love his it's so great, honestly.
Okay,
and the Cranberries are Irish, so yes.
That's like you give like a full description about John Legend and the Cranberries. They're Irish. Yep.
Dude, Linger is one of my favorite songs in the history of the world. Anyways, let's talk about
gaming. Ben, you got nothing on your slide. You forgot to wrestling. Or you've actually been doing nothing with gaming over the last week.
No, I'm just playing. As I said before, I've been playing Animal Crossing all the time. I'm playing it right now as we speak.
Also,
I recently upgraded my inventory.
My slide, my quarantine media gaming slide might be the reason that the new Xbox slide is actually destructive to my bank account, because I'm a simple guy. If I'm stuck at my desk all week, because I can't really do anything else, I see games on sale for like less than $10. I buy games for less than $10. I spend a lot of money on games, what I'm saying. Anyway, so Injustice 2 got that for $10. Great game. Actually, I've been doing a lot more comic stuff as well, or comics like this. So that's pretty much Injustice 2 is like the DC Comics version of Mortal Kombat, essentially, right? Also, there's a Marvel fighting game similar to Injustice. I think it's called like Contest of Champions, that only made it to mobile and never made it to console. It'd be kind of cool to see it as like a pay to buy new characters, pay to win type of thing. I've actually even probably do a whole video on just opening loot boxes from Injustice 2, and in most games you have to it's pay to win loot box bullshit. This one, loot boxes are absolutely you get them from completing just basic story mode quests or challenge quests, like in like the multiverse. Like in multiverse mode, pretty much is, if you guys have played like pretty much any arcade fighting game, or even Smash Bros has like classic mode, like you pretty much just fight a string of enemies that get harder and harder with different I guess handicaps as you go up. You can't jump and stuff like that. Anyway, and at the end of each one, you just get a fuck ton of loot boxes, which is pretty cool. And honestly, I don't really care about the gear abilities. I like the way stuff looks. Pretty cool. Because all the character designs in Injustice 2 are freaking awesome. Also, if you want to get some easy XP, turn on a second controller. For some reason, playing against a player 2 gets you XP for your player 1 profile if you win as player 1. I've been playing against myself this entire time. By playing against myself, I turn on my controller, log into a match, put it down, and just beat up against the player 2 controller, which is basically doing nothing. Pretty much just practice mode, but you get XP for it. Pretty cool. Anyway, apart from that, MLB The Show 20, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I did not buy that game. By the way, I'm talking about the EA one, not the original one that's very, very good. The shitty EA one that's filled with in-game purchases. I actually got a gift card. I think it was like sometime last week. Actually, no, most of it because I was actually able to. I think I was actually walking around at the time, like walking properly when I got it. Anyway, I got a gift card for PlayStation Plus, and similar to Xbox Live Gold, PlayStation Plus has free games of the month, and Star Wars Battlefront 2 is one of them. I think the other one at this time, I think it's actually Call of Duty. Call of Duty World War II, which is actually another very fun game I have from Xbox. I would add a PlayStation 1 to that, but they don't do as many deals as Microsoft does, so it's not really worth mentioning it on the other slide. Anyway, Battlefront 2, Far Cry 3, which I already talked about, which I got for $3 with the sale. Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and Borderlands 2, because I got the Handsome Jack collection, which includes both those games for $10, which is pretty cool. I think like before the current set of deals, Xbox had a whole deal on like couch co-op games, which is pretty cool. Anyway, Ben, for you, TV and film, you want to go for that?
So for TV, I watched one episode of The Office, and I decided I'm going to put that on because I had nothing new this week, because I stopped watching Community because the 6th season was fucking trash, and I hated it.
We need to talk about just the absolute bloat of like how many there's been like 5 new major streaming services, including Peacock. We can talk about that since like the end of 2019. We need to talk about that in next episode probably as well. Next episode is going to be a very long one. Anyway.
We can tier list them.
Ooh. Okay, anyway. What about film? What you got for that?
For film, I watched this really, this like feel-good Netflix movie called Feel the Beat about this one dance instructor that was like a dancer, and then she was like bad, and then she was like destroyed from the industry or something, and then she went out. And it was like a really good feel-good movie. It's called Feel the Beat, and it's on Netflix. So, my movie choices this week include some stuff I would never normally watch apart from nostalgia stuff. Again, musicals aren't really my thing. However, someone actually... so I went to Camp Newman for a few years before it burned down. Anyways, the point being, probably my favorite time at any summer camp ever was Camp Newman 2017. So I'm trying to rewatch all the movies I watched then, and someone from my group, I'm not going to say who it was, but someone actually... sent out a playlist to everyone who of all the films that we've seen in there, so a bunch of other stuff. So I think I didn't put up here. We have like a bunch of I think it was like we watched a bunch of superhero stuff, as well as the musical. I think I guess whatever the most recent version of Hairspray is. So I rewatched all of that stuff. Some of the songs are actually pretty catchy. I'll say that much. But I'm kind of like rewatching all because I'm trying to pretty much relive that summer as much as I could, because like summer 2017. Then, actually, I think it was this day, 3 years ago, 2 days ago, 3 years ago, I had both you and Eric down here at the same time. You remember that? And then also, I think I had Eric here for 2 days, and then you get to like one crossover day here, and that was awesome. That's that whole, like, because I got back from one camp, Schrader camp, had like 6 days, and went off to Newman, and at the time I hung out with Eric and Ben for like pretty much that entire time. It was awesome. Anyway, also like Ben, we went on like a walk at like, do you remember it was at like 3 a.m, and then we saw Kennedy. That was pretty cool. Anyway, that's my thing for film, but also so for my TV, what have I been watching for TV? Titans and Doom Patrol, pretty cool. Actually, watching the current season Doom Patrol on DC Universe. It's also on HBO Max. I think I don't have HBO Max, so I wouldn't know. I should also, I guess, add Justice League Dark Apocalypse into my things for film as well. I guess that's a film. It's an animated film, but it's really, but it's pretty good. It's very good. I enjoyed it. And that's about that. Anything else you want to add to this thing? Yours, Ivan? Nope. That's all I watched. I'm not a very... tonight I'm supposed to watch Midway after, so I have an appointment with my high school friends, and we're going to watch it on Discord. It's going to be
Also, speaking of watching things as friends, Ben, we've never made it past episode 1 of Tiger King with the Netflix party thing.
We have to do that. We have to fucking.
We did that, but we did that like 2 days before episode 1 of this podcast. I think we actually talked about episode 1. We've never done it since.
Yeah. It's because you skipped like 2 episodes on accident.
I didn't do anything. I skipped like 10 minutes at the ending of the first episode because you pushed the wrong button on Netflix party. And plus, that software is glitchy as fuck anyway. Ben, you came up with actually a very, very, I guess, kind of somewhat poignant and pretty funny outro joke. So, do you want to read it again this week? I think for the 3rd week in a row.
You know what? You know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just add 1 letter, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so, we're always trying to find viewer mail, right? So, pretty much anything you'd normally use is a breakup letter from Brendan Urin, the lead singer of Pen and the Disco, to the associated members of Pen and the Disco, sent to Jenkins123Jenkins123@gmail.com. That's right, Jenkins123Jenkins123@gmail.com. Please include Brendan Urin somewhere in the title. I just
put that in the subject line. Ben, what an original joke, Ben. What a fucking original joke that is.
Fucking Brendan Urin.
All right, yeah, and we are done. Everyone, thank you very much for watching or listening, and good night. Oh, also, quick update on the Spotify and Apple Podcast thing. I've had so much stuff to work on this last week. I've been able to get that attention, so hopefully that'll be happening soon. You know what? Fuck it. If you guys actually if you guys want to see it happen sooner rather than later, donate to the Patreon because it is not free unless Ben's found. Like Ben, you said you were going to try to find a site to get it for free. Have you done that yet?
Yeah, I've been trying. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
I think the stupid thing we've actually found is $10 a month. Anyway, so we'll see you guys next episode. Enjoy 2 episodes coming out within like a day of each other because of my fucking stupid upload schedule. I'm sorry about that again. And we will see you guys whenever episode 14 happens. Until then, good night.
Hellcat.